In the tougher division, but go ahead.
Let me ask you this now.
Yeah.
Yesterday you put a tweet out saying that what's up with this league guy taking only 60 seconds after the card drops. Can you expound on that?
True statement. True statement, yeah. Say again?
Can you expound on that?
I won't expand too much or expound too much, but that was a true statement. It's just like the card was out for like 30 seconds, and you got this battle over here getting a bunch of DMs. You got this battle over here getting phone calls, and I'll just be like, I've been saying this type of shit for years. It's like, you know, when you cut the cameras on, people will say like RBE is babies. You know what I'm saying? But behind the scenes, we've been monsters for some reason. So the smoke and mirrors in the front end and all the capping is just like, it makes people in my position laugh. People that's in the know behind me or work with me, or people that's really aware of what the smoke and mirrors is and all the bullshit and the lies and the capping, they laugh a little bit. But I still want to put that tweet out there for the fans because I don't make shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could upload the screenshots if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny to me. It's just for like every platform and league has their moment. You know, like URL just had a very highly advertised card with Any Given Sunday too.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it like everybody else. I'm a fan of battle rap. Before then you had Chrome, you had Remy. She went up for a second. You know what I'm saying? Who else was up to bat? King of the Dot is running their tournament. They having their moments. They up to bat. You know what I'm saying? We came out of our situation, then we was chilling for a second, and now we having our moment. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like everybody has their little moments, and it's just like if you can't handle somebody having their little moments, that shows the level of insecurity. It's a personality thing. It's a smoke and mirrors thing about how big you really are sometimes. Like if you're confident in your work, like you can't be the person trying to act like you got the Jay-Z quote, like I don't really care what somebody else is doing. I'm focused on what I'm doing. What the next man eat don't make me shit. You can't act like that if the moment that somebody else does something, you scrambling on your phone. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be an act. It'd be 1000% cap. You know what I'm saying? And once again, behind the scenes, the reality of what really is battle rap makes me laugh. So I put the tweet out to remind people of what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody calls me on that, I'll put the facts out there. Other than that, everybody just had their little moments. Go your way. Everybody do their little thing. That's it. The fuck? Like, like niggas is so insecure. It's sad. It's sad. It's so fucking sad. What's up, man?
You're in year 9, right?
Yes, sir.
Two-part question. Have you ever thought about all the, politics that goes on in battle rap? In a 9-year span, have you ever thought about falling back? And also, for the 10th year, are you doing a big card for the 10-year anniversary of Very Breed Entertainment?
So the first question is, I've fallen back many times. I was just falling back at the end of 2021. Right. And I've done it along with everybody else. Shout out to the whole RBE team. We've done it plenty times. We're not the most active platform, in the arena, obviously.
Right.
And when we fall back and then I put out tweets or whatever, and I say, I'm on my little mini vacation, I'm chilling, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then it becomes order like, yo, they fell off or they quit or this happened or they got ended. And it's just like, no, we just fall back. Like, it's cool. Like, we're not in it for a race. We're not racing to something. We're not trying to win something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, we want to be the this or that, right? It's not that. Like, we already understand the mechanics of this shit. Like, you could be number 1 for a second, then you could go back and slide and be number 5, and you could come back with a great card and be number 1 for the moment. So when I already understand the climate, how the shit really moves, there's really no trophy for me to chase. Make sure that our business is as tight as possible. We do what helps us win, helps those around us win, those that we work with win, and then we come back for the next one. So if I decide after Straight to It Part 2, where we do fucking 17 battles, to go disappear and, as you asked, fall back for a couple months, y'all gonna do what y'all do all the time. They quit, they got put out of business, or the Titanic sunk, or whatever. It happens all the time. So you learn it, you develop the skin for it. But the reasons why I do love to fall back from this shit is because it's toxic as fuck. It's toxic as fuck. You know this. We was just on the phone about some shit. That's a private.
Yes.
That's for private. That's for private. That ain't for Instagram. Yeah,
Very
it's toxic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes some of this shit be worth it. You know what I
right.
mean? And some of this shit is like you get to a point in the year where it's good to hit a reset button and be like, this right now the energy ain't worth it. I'm gonna go over here. And that's fine. Some people got to stay in this shit 24/7, whether they're on Twitter or on Spaces or on Instagram or doing cards or whatever. And that's not a shot. Some people pay their bills with battle rap. Some people, this is their artistic part that they put into it. That's what makes them actually function. You know what I'm saying? Or being involved or having this type of energy around them is what pushes them. Battle rap notoriety or fame or YouTube views, none of that shit pushes me. I'm way past that. I don't wake up and be like, yo, I wonder what's popping on my Twitter. Yo, I wonder if, people are going to join me in Spaces. Yo, what's going to happen if I drop my next card? And I don't wake up like that, and I don't go to sleep like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's well within me to be like, okay, cool. I love battle rap. I breathe battle rap. I breathe hip hop, I should say. I'm not going to say I breathe battle rap. I breathe hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I love battle rap. But I could walk around and just be like, yo, I'm off of it right now. And then let y'all assume whatever the fuck y'all want. You know what I'm saying? So yes. And your second question was, my bad. What was your second question?
Going on the 10th year anniversary, are you planning on doing a big?
Oh, do we plan on doing something big?
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to plan that out just yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know that's kind of like a common thing. I think that any platform or league that gets to that type of landmark deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw URL do it. We seen King of the Dot do it. There may be other platforms that's been around that long that did it. I'm going blank.
Right.
But I think it's a dope thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's dope to hang around for that long, even 5 years, because I know this culture, I know this game, I know this engine. Even 5 years in this culture is fuck. Even not even just the leagues, just as a blogger, as a battler, like you know what I'm saying? Like 5 years in this bitch is hard work. Now I mean to let alone not just being relevant, but to be at the forefront.
Mm.
So like I could look at the bloggers, for example, and say, yo, Jay Black and Three Letterman and Angry Fan and Piper Boy and Chris Unbiased and Vada Fly and the rest of Champion and PG Bloggers and Mark and
right.
Every time I do this and I leave people out, like I'm gonna go blank. So no disrespect if I'm missing anybody just off the cuff.
Right.
But and like, yo, these people been around. That's not easy. And some of them even been upgrading their shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? As Gems is another blog that's been around for years now at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing for media, the 15 Minutes of Fames and the
Hip Hop
is Reels. You know what I'm saying? Like doing media for that long
time, yeah.
on the grind and going through the shit that some of these people have lost their YouTube channels, been kicked out of events and told they can't film no more, and lost relationships, burnt bridges, rebuilt bridges, get the beefs and dramas and all types of shit. Mm. And then a league or a platform, Jesus Christ. You know what it takes to be here for 5 years? Not even just, dealing with the ups and the downs, but even financially to make it successful and worth people's times. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Because our industry is so niche, whatever. So, salute and shout out to everybody that could even make a 5-year marker. So I feel like if we do something for our 10-year marker, we obviously would have earned it. Mm. But if we don't, then we're just skipping over the cliche and we're just, treating it like, yo, we got 10 years in the history books, hate it or love it. We're just going to be in our regular routine. Whatever happens. So we'll see.
How happy are you for a guy that was on your platform at a classic with Hitman Holla for Bill Collector winning that 100K? How happy are you for him?
It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a personal connection to Bill Collector winning $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So like you made it mad personalized.
Right.
But I think it's dope for him because he's a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? And to up his craft the way that he's upped his craft and go through that fucking tournament like that. It's not like of course everybody in the tournament has had controversial wins and controversial losses. But Bill Collector still was in there, whether you had him winning or losing a round or whatever. He was putting on. He was giving the culture and King of the Dot and himself great performances. Like I think I judged his first round. You know what I'm saying? When he battled Stack Almighty.
Stack Almighty, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I went off in my judging, assessment live on Twitch. you know, giving him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Bill Collector's upped his game, you know, as a battler and as an artist and as a writer. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bill for taking home the 100 grand. You know, he earned it. That's what you can obviously see from the rapping that he's done throughout this whole series. That is that he earned it. So notch under his belt. Shout out to Bill for that.
Your blogs, right, are very surgical. I want to use that word very.
I haven't dropped a fucking vlog in forever, 3. Leave me alone. What the fuck?
Hold on. Do you feel that you're the only one that can
No,
go back and forth and surf better than anybody else?
no,
You're probably the only one.
no, I don't. And shout out to Surf. And anybody that lives in reality can go back and forth with Surf. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that lives in reality can go back and forth with Surf. Shout out to Surf. I think Goods has been getting at him a lot recently. I think at a time, Math was getting at him. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen Verb get at him. And I've seen people get at Math. I've seen people get at Verb. I've seen people get at Goods. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
In one of my blogs that I probably did like two or 3 years ago, I said, Surf's greatest strength is his God-given talent of his gab. It wasn't necessarily his rapping or his musical talent, and he's very talented over it. But it's his gab. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you're gifted with gab, you have to be able to filter your words just as fast as they come to your mind. Like I know a lot of people in this culture that speak well. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't speak so ahead of myself that I'm saying bullshit or I'm saying lies or I'm saying things that you can't rewind and be like, oh, wait a minute. That's you know, a fucking contradiction or not. That he clearly just said something different 20 seconds ago. like Surf be doing that. Like Surf will fucking say something and contradict it in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it's just be like, and that's why I sarcastically, but still truth and jest say like anybody that lives in reality can go back and forth with Surf. You know what I'm saying? And a guy like me, you know what I mean? Like what Surf has gotten from me has been jabs. You know, like there was one blog that I dropped on him and I was just like, yo, you know, if you say the wrong thing and you come back the wrong way, volume or part 2 to this is gonna be bad. And I really had my shit changed crazy. So I'll really just be like jabbing with Surf because he jabs at me. Obviously he jabs at RBE. So it's like, but nah, it ain't no fucking that ain't no trophy for me to carry. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You whatever towards Surf in your blogs. Like that ain't no trophy.
I love the exchange y'all two do on social media. And when I know you do this a blog on Surf, I just know to grab the popcorn because it's about to get surgical. That's what it's about to get surgical.
Well, when you started to say one thing about your blogs, because once again, people tend to sort out my blogs that address controversy, unfortunately. Okay. I thought that's where you were going. Mm-hmm. And I say that to say, you know, I do enjoy the fact that the culture can enjoy whenever me and Surf exchange as entertainment, and that's because he and I make it entertainment.
Very much so.
What he stands on, whether it's shaky ground or not. Mm-hmm. What I stand on 1000%. But you notice the tone is very entertaining for people.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't invite nobody to know, I mean, or say certain shit, and I don't expect people to talk to me no sort of way. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's been entertaining for people, even though sometimes it comes from a competitive or whatever type of, you know what I mean, like motivation or whatever, inspiration. But it still gives y'all a more entertaining vibe. You know what I mean? And I'll be here to entertain anything that I deem worthy, regardless of who it is. So. Okay.
How close were you to signing Hitman, Holla, and Geechi?
You say were as if they're signed. That battle's not. It's not. There's nobody has paid for that battle.
Okay, pardon.
Yeah, nobody has paid for that battle. I was watching the stream. That is what you call pre-promotion. It's what you're supposed to do, like pre-market it. Mm-hmm. That moment right there is just as much for Geechi and Hitman as it is for the fans. And if people don't understand what I mean by that, it's obviously you have a couple platforms that's interested in the battle. Right? To make a battle, go under contract, you really just need three pieces. You need battler A, battler B, and the platform to all be in agreement, correct?
Okay, yes, sir.
So whether you're talking about with RBE or with URL, obviously there's been some disagreements. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's one thing for the fans. That's great. That's cool. But even to have Geechi and Holla there, it actually motivates them. Like if they don't pay attention to it. And I want to see them battle. I don't give a fuck if it's on URL or not. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them battle. But it's also designed, and URL is smart enough to notice, to make Geechi and Holla walk away like, oh, we saw that reception that we got. Like, yo, we got to make this happen. So if there was something that was happening prior,
right,
maybe they ease up a little bit and help to make it happen that much more because we just had it received. So URL doing that is tactical for the fans, for the marketing, and it's also to further push Geechi and Holla to like, yo, what's up? Like, let's get it done. And they got to be careful. They got to make sure that they do what they want to do for this battle and get it done the right way. You know what I mean? I mean, business-wise, because they're treating it like it's big, because it is big. So don't let any of the hype change the ultimate goals, which is to remain successful no matter what. And I think those two guys deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've been on the phone with both of them at times where they were asking me to do it. Like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? There's been those type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand, like shout out to Geechi, like y'all see him, the stuff that he says in his interviews or in his blogs, like, yeah, I'll battle on RBE, or yeah, I do what I want or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he says, I didn't inspire him to say those things. He said those things on his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I get a text from Geechi like, yo, big dog, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, and then our conversations become our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, yeah, I mean, and then you got Hitman. You know, Hitman's my cousin. Hitman is Rare Breed Entertainment.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? He owns stock in the company.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean, like, of course, me and Holla have conversation. And on the Holla side of things, you know, him and Will gotta happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know he wants to battle Hustle. What other battles is dope for Holla?
Riz Rothstein?
Who?
Riz Rothstein?
Him and Briz. That was close to happening on RBE. Him and Twerk.
Well, you said that was close.
It's a dope battle.
Sir, you said that was close. That was close.
There was some. That story's been told a bunch of times. Like him and Briz. I said the story before. Him and Briz, not getting to the point where we got to a signing of the dotted line is why Hitman and Cassidy happened.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why. Like I told that story before.
Right,
we wanted Briz versus Hitman and Cassidy versus I think Nitty, because me and Nitty was talking. He was saying, he was like, yo, I'm a free agent. I do what I want. I'm trying to come over there. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, all right, cool. So let's give me a sec. We'll figure it out. I might have been talking with Nitty and his manager at the time, Rich. You know what I'm saying? That was reaching out. Like Rich would reach out at the time, like, yo, what's good? What we doing? And I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, let's figure it out then. I mean, so, and you gotta realize, like, people don't know behind the scenes that leagues or league owners or partners or whatever initiate things, and so do battlers, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of battles that happen on RBE because somebody has come to me with an idea or come to me with a battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my first Goods booking ever, Goods versus Danger Zone, that came from Goods. You know what I'm saying? That was on my first card ever. That was Goods. Like, yo, me and Danger Zone, we're going back and forth on Facebook. What's up? Pick this up. What's good? And I was like, all right, cool. I picked it up. I didn't have that idea of Goods and Danger Zone. I had the idea of it working out because we was about up and comers versus veterans. But as far as them particular two guys, like, nah. Right. So that happens all year long. So people can't forget that. I mean, like, once again, try to see around the smoke and mirrors, y'all. Like when Geechi gets on stage and he's like, yo, none of that playground shit. Let's all enjoy the entertainment of that. Like, it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's camera shit.
Right.
I mean, like, shout out to Geechi, shout out to Holla. Like, we gotta just be more reality based people. That's all.
Okay. What's your relationship with Little Flip though? Where did that come from?
Me and Little Flip don't really have a personal relationship like that. We have a respect for each other based on the things that we've done in hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he knows me through battle rap, and I know him through his legendary music run. You know what I'm saying? And things that he's done in the music culture and being, labeled at a time the king of freestyle and all that type of shit. His Clover G's run, and his albums and all that type of shit. His beef with T.I. Like we're hip hop heads, so we know little flip from that. But he's really working with Reed a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main reasons why he came through the Straight to a Volume 1 is because Reed was battling Ill Will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they doing music together and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? So, that's where me and Flip then turn around towards the end, like, yo, exchange numbers, whatever, we got things going on. Let's make sure we network and politic. So just building the rapport and continuing to network with people and all that type of stuff. But prior to that last event, we only know each other through our hip hop endeavors, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. When you cross paths with people, if they real, they real. If you network, you network. You know what I'm saying? And Flip came across as a real person. So, whatever happens after that, it'd be like salute. You know what I'm saying?
And what made you decide to bring Wing on the RBE ranch, the family?
Who?
Wing.
Who?
Wing.
Oh, Wing. Shout out to my homegirl, Wing Truth, man. Wing Truth. So even from her breakdown podcast, I've been rocking with Wing for years.
Me too.
Maybe 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many years. I've been on her platform, supporting her. She's been supporting RBE. But her coming in to the fold is through Lawrence.
Okay.
It's really through Lawrence. Lawrence, I believe, started to, tap her for certain 1SK type of things, like as far as matchups or whatnot. And they started to collab on things to a degree.
Right.
I mean, and then by the time we got to the Brick by Brick, I think Volume 1 or Volume 2 card, they was really going back and forth about the matchups, and she started, doing a lot of communications with the Brick by Brick guys and everything. She's damn near managing now, I think. Shout out to my guy Remedy Local. He told me the other day he's managed by Wing now. I was like, oh, Wing is management? That's what's up. Like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just building over the years, knowing each other over the years, and then her starting to work with Lawrence. And then you work with Lawrence well enough and you do right by Lawrence that long, then obviously you become a part of what I got going on too, because Lawrence is Rare Beat Entertainment.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Wayne.
My man, 17 battles, 34 battlers. Talk to me, King. First of all,
man.
How do you and the team sit down and be like, all right, we got 34 battlers here. How do we?
So the sad thing is that's not even a team sit down, which is why everybody's mad.
Okay.
I told like Ant where I'm sitting right now. Ant was over here and we was politicking 2 nights ago. You know what I'm saying? And I threw the card at him on my phone real quick. And he was reading it. And he was like, what the? And I told him the same thing I'm about to tell y'all. I was just like, yo, I started booking it and I got into a zone. And I just said, yo, let's just keep booking, fuck it. Just let's go, let's change the direction to a degree. Like, let's not do a conventional card that RBE normally does. Like, let's really, fuck it. Let's go there. There's no pay-per-view that we got to run and coordinate. It's going to be a private event again. Don't got to do all of that hustle and bustle. You know what I'm saying? The Straight to It series is for YouTube. So why not get a bunch of YouTube drops for them? You know what I mean? Come down the round lengths a little bit. These are all three rounders, by the way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that's wondering. So all 3 rounders. But with the exception of the 2 1SKs at the bottom of the flyer. But yeah, it was just me and my fucking in my wild zone. You know what I'm saying? And Lawrence is mad at me because he's got to do a lot of coordination behind it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the team's actually I think a little bit mad at me for it, but it's just working, man. It's just working.
So many matches, brother. Ill Will versus Rosenberg Raw, 2 RBE legend. I'm going there with it. Is this a battle of the supremacy? Even though Big K, I gotta give Big K. I gotta make sure I throw my man Big K his props in there too. But Ill Will and Rosenberg Raw, are you surprised you never did this battle though?
No, I'm not surprised I never did this. I'm not surprised I never did this battle. I think Raw has probably wanted this battle for at least the last 2 years. At least. I don't know if it's longer than that, overall, but for at least the last 2 years, he's been talking to me about it. And I always mess with him a little bit, like sarcastically, like leave Will alone. I've been like fucking with him for years. Leave Will alone. Leave Will alone. Leave Will alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, in so many words, telling him like you ain't fucking with Will. Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
when I put the jokes aside, Rosenberg Raw is one of the most talented people I've ever worked with.
Mm.
He's one of the most loyal people I've ever worked with. When I say loyal, I don't mean at a battle rap level. I just mean as a man
Right.
principle level
Right.
about how we all rock together. You know what I'm saying? And hold each other down.
Mm.
At that level, you know what I'm saying? That has never been overlooked. And obviously, if you just from a fan standpoint, looking at what he's recently been doing, when's the last time he lost a battle? And if you think that he lost, did he have a bad showing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same way I think Ill Will exceeds being deserving of like the Hitman battle. Big K deserved to get Charlie Clips, where it was just like, yo, you are taking a bunch of battles that I think are just dope for matchups. You know, RBE, we just matchup based.
Right.
But when you do Mac Myron and then you do this matchup and that, and Mac, and some of these niggas is all big names. But the fans turn around and be like, yo, give Big K this at that point. I'm like, all right, cool. Not only do I think it's a good matchup, but Charlie Clips is one of the GOATs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So there are them situations where it'd be like, yo, people deserve certain things. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what people feel about the matchup, Rosenberg Raw deserves his Ill Will matches. He deserves his main events.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He deserves his headlines. He deserves everything. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what's in my reach. He deserves it.
Right.
You know what I mean? From an artistic standpoint as well as from an RBE standpoint. So now I'm not surprised that this is happening. Like I said, it's been talked about for a while. It's been mentioned to Will for a while as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, when I came to Will about it, like Will wasn't really hesitant, which also to me shows the respect that he has for Raw where he's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't hesitant about it.
Right.
I know what it's like. I've been doing this shit for 9 years. I know what it's like to call somebody that's in a good spot, battle rap wise, and be like, yo, what you think about XYZ? And they'd be like, that name or his spot right now, his clout right now. I know the reaction that they give off.
Right.
Will wasn't like that. He was just like, okay, yeah, let's do it then. So here we are.
Okay. Big K versus a gentleman who made his first time RB debut.
I know you don't think you about to just go down all 17 like this.
No, I'm just talking about a couple. I'm just talking about a couple of them.
Interesting because we're not just gonna go down the flyer one by one. We can't. We fucking can't.
Just a
Yo,
couple.
I don't even. This is the second time I'm lying. This is the second time ever RBE has had a card and I didn't know about her. The first time was Social Distance Part 2. It's like 22 battles on that.
Right.
That's what we had, like the Mook versus Street Hymns. You had Hollow versus was it Will or Hollow versus somebody was on there. Disaster and 40 Cal was on there. Head Ice was on there. Big K was on there. Jay Mills was on there. I think it was just so wild what we did with too. What you said?
J400 and Rex.
J400 and Rex. Social Distance too. I challenge anybody to fact check it. Now I get it. It's a virtual card, so you can't really count it from a historic standpoint. But on paper, it's the biggest battle rap card ever. On paper. Social Distance Part 2.
I thought Head Ice
on paper.
Fire was balls on that shit, man.
Well, Head Ice, that was Head Ice on Part 1. On Part 2, he did a send shots because I think something happened with Oops and Oops had to, jump out. So Head Ice dropped his round and we turned it into a send shots on Part 2. But on Part 1, that's where he set the culture back on fire and people started giving him his respect again. That was to a show off.
Yes, that was.
And that's where we had a little bit of controversy because it was supposed to be a certain time limit. And that nigga Ice was like, yo, fuck that. Like, I'm about to show people where I'm at right now. He used show off in that moment. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he just went off. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Ice is one of his best rounds ever. Social distance shit. Nigga says one of his best rounds ever. It's crazy. But back to what I was saying, like that card right there, I never memorized it. And this one right here, like it's 17 battles. I don't memorize this card. I don't.
I like Big K and Reed though. I like that.
Based on seeing Reed, or I shouldn't say seeing Reed, because we've seen this before. Based on reminding people what Reed is in a small room, And how he came off in front of Will, that was the highlight of the card. Like, that's the most talked about battle of the card from part one.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing that read right back to that same type of setup,
right,
and putting him in front of a deadly punch. And I just seen what Big K just came off with. I just watched it today. Big K versus Jada Nightwing. Oh my goodness.
it was wild. It was wild.
Yo, that nigga K said you got URL fans. I got Big K supporters. I said, damn. And coming from me, somebody gonna be like, oh, that's a shot, ARP. Like, no, that is such a wild statement, because I think a lot of people get big-headed when they're on certain platforms, and they forget, like, this engine is big and it's built up, and their marketing and their promotion and their stage is big.
Right.
That's what you have. You don't have yourself as an individual, which is why a lot of people might feel lost when they're not on certain platforms. You know, some shit, but K went, and shout out to Ilmac too. But anyway, yeah, that read in front of the Big K that we've been seeing on this run for like the last 3 years, is doing what he do, being consistent, 4 or 5 years, whatever. That Big K, that matchup right there, I don't know, man. I don't want to up talk and motherfuckers think I'm promoting. How could I promote this? It's not for sale. I'm not in promo mode. I'm not even supposed to be doing this interview with you.
Well, I'm on promo mode, and let me tell you about a battle that I like too also, sir.
No, my bad for cutting you off real quick. I really want to remind people of that. I'm not even supposed to be doing this interview.
Really?
Everybody knows when we set up the straight to a card, it's this formula.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there was a lot of leaks. I mean, with 34 people, right. I guess it could have been worse. But there was a lot of leaks. Mm-hmm. I seen the battlers start to get a little itchy. I seen like Rosenberg Raw tweet, I got the biggest battle of my life this weekend and I can't talk about it. I'm like, we all agreed that the formula was to be quiet. Why would you tweet that, Raw? Like, I didn't say this to Raw. You gotta see what this right now. So I put that tweet like, Raw, what are you doing? I see Big K get itchy. I see Big K tweet some shit like, oh, and it don't stop, like right after the Nightwing battle, I guess. Right. I got another one this weekend. I was just like, damn, K. You know what I'm saying? Murder did something tactical, calling out a lot of the industry crossovers.
Right.
With Jag, J Mills, and 40 Cal.
Right.
And I think the Jag shot and the 40 Cal shot that he took stuck. And it didn't stick with what he said about J Mills, but Murder did that because he had just got locked for J Mills. So he was on a chessboard trying to drum it up so that when the fans do see he got Mills, right, it all lines in. So shout out to Murder. But like, people was getting itchy, like people active. Shout out to my nigga Active debuting on RBE. He just hit me up the other day, like, yo, what's up? When the card drop, tell me some of the matchups. Raw hit me up, yo, I'm stacked. What's some of the matchups? Like, everybody's getting itchy. Jims hit me up. Jims was like, yo, man, one thing I can't front, man, I don't like is like, without it being public, like, you lose a little bit of the motivation factor. Like, I want to see the fans react, and I want my opponent to say something. And you know what I'm saying? So you got itchiness, you got leaks and everything. And I'm like, all right, y'all. So I text everybody else gonna drop, and I put the fucking fly out. But there's no obligation for the battlers to be promoting right now.
What was the thought process of booking A Ward versus QB?
Yo, you want to know what's wild? You see what I said about 10 minutes ago about not every battle or matchup is made by the platform. Without getting into too much details, I didn't make that matchup, and I don't want to go further than that, because I don't know if whoever within that matchup has material based on how the battle came together. You know what I'm saying? So me and you could revisit this after the battle.
Battle of the night. I'm calling it now. Battle of the night. I'm calling that right now. I'm calling that.
Could be. I mean, welcome back to my nigga QB. You know what I'm saying? This was like a home platform for QB for what? Like her versus Official probably is the best female battle on our channel.
I like her.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, RB.
No, her and Shuni is dope. Yeah. Shuni got some dope shit on RBE. Her and Old Red, and shout out to my homegirl Shuni. You know what I'm saying? Shuni, holla at me. Well, maybe I should do it. My bad. Shuni got some dope shit on RBE. Yeah. Well, I think QB and Official might be the best female battle, and it was one of the battles of the year, that particular year that it went down. That shit was crazy. But you know, QB, she really was retired. Like, trust me, I know. Like, there wasn't no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, she really was retired. And shout out to my nigga A-Ward. You already know we got a bunch of work in that we done over here. It's about time that I done got A-Ward back. You know what I'm saying? I guess one of us was tripping, him, me, both of us. But we all made it work.
And for the old head niggas like myself, Swave and Moon.
Yo, I'm so happy. Real shit. Me and Swave was just clowning about this on the phone yesterday. I'm so happy that people fuck with that battle as much as we do.
Okay.
Because of course you got the OG element there, which should have made the average battle rap fan be like, I do want to see that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's really getting like a lot of. It's one of the top 4 receptions that I've seen myself so far online.
Okay.
Of all the matchups, it's like top 4, top 3 maybe of people, which is dope because I've been here before. I'm a guy that rolled out the Return of Murder Mook after 4 fucking years versus Averb, and then did fucking Big K versus Iron Solomon on that card, and fucking King Los versus Daylight announcement on that card, and then I got to Beat Dot versus Swave, and people said that's the one. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I'm glad we booked it, we paid for it. I think it's a dope match too. But y'all didn't have all this energy for the other 6 battles we announced before that. Like, what happened? So it's dope. Like, you don't have to be the main event on a flyer to be the best battle or the top battle that the fans want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had that so many fucking times at RBE where people were like,